Now, the state has called its first witness, Andisiwe Dike, to the stand with the resumption of the trial of Pastor Timothy Omotoso and his two co-accused in the Port Elizabeth High Court today. Now, Omotoso and his co-accused, Lusanda, Sulani and Zukiswa Sitho, face 63 main and 34 alternative charges ranging from sexual assault, human trafficking and rape. Now, the trial is finally underway. This after the defense's failed constitutional court bid to dismiss a ruling by Judge Schoeman allowing the entire trial to be heard in the Port Elizabeth court. But the trial will not be broadcast live or any recordings made of it at all. Judge Schoeman dismissed an application by a number of media houses, including the SABC, to record and televise the trial. The first witness, Andisiwe Dike, started her testimony telling the court how she got to know the Jesus Dominion Church and how she was introduced to Pastor Omotoso and the co-accused. Congregants of the church converged outside the High Court again to show support for the incarcerated pastor. Let's cross live now to Port Elizabeth, where my colleague Jayed Leigh-Paulse is standing by outside the courtroom. A whole host of people sort of in support of Pastor Timothy Omotoso behind you there. Has it been at least a safe sort of picketing, if you want to call it that?
Yes, well, at the moment, Arubile, a court has adjourned for lunch. So most of the people that you're seeing on your screens right now are the Jesus Dominion International Church members. They've been here since early this morning, picketing, hosting placards, singing in support of Timothy Omotoso, who they believe is a righteous man and a man of God and could not have committed these crimes. I do, in fact, have Mr. Pastor Chooks. I'm going to try and see if I can't grab him. Pastor Chooks, you've been in court for the better part of the morning, and how do you feel it's going? I mean, you're a senior pastor in the congregation. What's your stance on the way things are going so far?
I'm very grateful on the way things are going, especially when the lady testified of the good work of God and said that she came to the church and she saw that on a daily basis we were going around feeding people and praying for them. The lame walked. She saw somebody that had problem with the esophagus and the anus, and the man of God spoke and said, God is going to do this. And she's confirmed that they indeed happened. So, and the word of God says we overcome by the word of our testimony and the blood of the Lamb. So I'm so grateful above every other thing that the name of the Lord is glorified.
Pastor Chooks, I see that the congregants have picked up since this morning when I spoke about them not being as, in the forefront of Timothy Omotoso, but I see there's a number of people who have come out now. Do you still believe in Pastor Timothy Omotoso, and will you continue supporting him until the end of this trial?
I did mention the other time that it's one thing to be in the kitchen and it's another thing to be outside the kitchen, because the person who is in the kitchen knows the heat of the kitchen. So this is a man we know. He's a man that have influenced our life. The people you've been seeing here, their lives are influenced positively. They've got it's got positive impact in their lives through the work of God. So that is why you are seeing them very resilient, because they cannot deny what they saw. They cannot deny what God did in their lives. And that's why you see the support. It doesn't matter how long it takes. The support is there because the people know what God did, and they cannot deny it.
I'm going to leave it there, Pastor Chooks, just for time, because I still want to speak to Arubile with regards to the merits of the case. Arubile, we saw the first witness take the stand since it started de novo last year in July, Andisiwe Dike, and she was giving her harrowing testimony with regards to how she first came to know Pastor Timothy Omotoso and the Jesus Dominion International Church, going far back as saying that, she was introduced to the church by her mother, who said that the church was a safe haven. Her mother at the time was actually a part of the church and convinced her to start going to church. And once she did, she came to know of the co-accused Zukiswa, Sitho and Lusanda Sulani, and they are the ones who introduced her to Timothy Omotoso. Before we broke, she was going into her evidence and her testimony with regards to what exactly took place at the mission house in Durban, and also some of the incidences that she had with Timothy Omotoso in his office at one of those mission houses. So I suppose when we do resume, she'll go into her testimony and tell us what exactly took place and led to some of the allegations that have come to pass with regards to Timothy Omotoso allegedly assaulting her.
Yeah, Jayed, I suppose with everything going on as it is right now, you can see that vehemently trying to support Timothy Omotoso is what the crowd there is trying to do, certainly. Are you getting a sense that they completely just feel that this is a witch hunt and that there's no, or rather the smoke is perhaps from no fire at all?
Well, you know, some of the people here are coming from various branches across the country. Some of the members who you're seeing on your screens are from East London, and you know, the pastor who just spoke now, Pastor Chooks, he's a senior pastor in the East London branch. So many people are really rallying behind Pastor Timothy Omotoso. They really do believe in his innocence. They say that he could not have committed these heinous crimes. And as you see on the screens right now, the placards with some of, placards reading as witch hunting, saying that, you know, is this another Makayantini witch hunting? You know, that place where Makayantini was also, ostracized and said that he had allegedly raped someone. So a lot of placards cementing their stance for Timothy Omotoso, standing in solidarity with him. And they continue, like Pastor Chuk said, they will continue protesting and picketing outside of court, just showing the pastor that they believe in his innocence, but also the rest of the country that they are a congregation that care about their leader.
Jayed, thank you so much for that. Jayed Leigh-Paulse keeping up with proceedings there in Port Elizabeth with regards to Timothy Omotoso's case, of course. So really interesting. Thank you so much for your time there, Jayed Leigh-Paulse.